Alright guys, so I am terrible at doing updates. I say that every video. I need to stop saying it and just do the updates. But as you know, I've got a day job and it's fairly busy right now. So by about 3-4 o'clock I usually wrap up my work and then try to work on some of the projects we have going on. So we are still not 100% complete with the house. I'd say it's about 98% complete. There's just a few little things we want to touch up. And then before we do a final video on the house, the exterior rehab, we've got some work to do on the front yard. So we originally hired somebody to do extruded curb just because I was so busy with the barn and some other things going on. And after they installed it, I was not too happy. So it ended up not being very straight, and I'm a very picky person. So had a little talk with him about it, and he did make it right. In my eyes, he gave us a little bit of money back to help cover the cost of some concrete that we ended up ordering to do concrete curbs. So I'll show you a few photos and videos of us putting in the concrete curb. Still a little bit to finish, and we need to add some dirt and readjust a few sprinklers now since we have the curb in, and then we'll have some sod hopefully here in the next couple weeks. So like I said, I didn't love the extruded curb. It just was not straight in my opinion. He did make it right, but I think they're still got some stuff they've got to learn to get things a little straighter. So we ended up forming it up with some purlins that I had, made our own forms, and then poured early in the morning before I had to start my day job. You can see here at the radius, we ended up using OSB board to get that curve and got it finished just before 8 o'clock. So yeah, like I said, this is the extruded curb. This is the little piece left that we left up just so we could water the little bit of plants we got here, but you can tell there it is not very straight. It is definitely crooked, and I just was not happy with that. So I've done a little bit of concrete in the past. When I had my company, we did asphalt, but we did a little bit of curbing. So I decided to form up and pour some of our own curb here, and I think it came out nice. We did a 12-inch curb all the way around. That way if somebody hits it with their car, it's not just going to break instantly like extruded curb. And like I said, we've got to add, this sprinkler broke, but we've got to adjust some of these sprinklers so they match the grade. We got to fill in a little bit more dirt here to level it out, and then we can put sod in. So yeah, there it is. That's the curb. Like I said, we got to finish the planters because I'm going to tear that out. That's extruded curb. This is actual concrete curb, and it's our radius. I think it turned out all right for only my second radius ever done. That was a little bit of a project itself. So that's pretty much it for our concrete curb. We'll give you guys another update or show you the grass on the final update. I'm out here on the back porch now, which as you can see is not finished. If you didn't know, this right here is a new master bedroom which was built onto the house before we bought it but never finished. So we need to get on that someday, but working on a few other things before we get to that. I think I showed you guys the grass last time before it was growing, and there it is. There's a few spots that need to be filled in, reseeded, but we just mowed it for our first time this last weekend, and it turned out pretty nice. We're happy with it. Kids and the dogs love playing in it. Place to play without dirt and mud now. And we'll move on to the barn addition. Yes, we're adding onto the barn before we're even finished with it. So as you know, this is where the barn pretty much sits. And we had this container next to it where we store all of our feed, our saddles, tack, everything for the pigs, horses. We did that because it's all waterproof. We didn't have to build anything in the barn that was sealed up. But after we put some hay in the barn, we realized it started taking up quite a bit of space. We had a 20-foot trailer with all of our hay on it, and it just made a mess inside the barn, got hay everywhere, and really just kind of cluttered it. So it used to sit right here, the trailer did, into this stall. We were going to leave this open so we could park it in here, but it came out into the walkway and we were not happy with that. So we decided, if you remember, there was a chicken coop here. We decided to move the chicken coop to this side, outside of the barn, and kind of tuck it back away here so these chickens can come out. This is their run. Keep the coyotes away from them, but we can also let them out into the horse area to pick at weeds and everything. This next week we'll have horse stalls out here and be able to get the horses into the barn finally. We're picking up some panels for that were custom made. And this week, before we get the horse stalls finished up, we are building a hay shed right off the barn. So we decided to move the container over a couple feet, and that gives us a 10 by 20 roughly area to put hay. I can fit about 2 skids of hay. A skid of hay is 64 bales, so they're gonna bring those and deliver them Friday. So we've got to get concrete poured and get the roof on. I've got all the material ordered. Concrete should be here tomorrow early morning before I start my day job, and then roofing material will be here Thursday so we can get that on Friday while they deliver the hay. So that is our plan right now, is to get this all closed off. So we got the hay protected and covered right off of the barn, and eventually this area will get cleaned up with all of our scrap pieces from the work we've been doing, and maybe add some concrete to have a little bit of a hangout slash prep area for the horses and pigs feed. That way we're not prepping here on our table. And eventually this will have a door here go into our tack room, so we don't have to access it from the front. We can access it from inside the barn. So I'll show you guys some more videos as things start getting finished. Like I said, it's just been little pieces here and there. We started welding all the pipe in for the horse stalls. We've got the goat pen done as you saw before, and we need to order more wood to finish the horse stalls here, get all their gates on, and then the horses will be coming into the barn next. So that's pretty much it for now. You got any questions or advice on ways we could do things better, or any thoughts or questions of why we do things the way we do it, let me know.